We started something in the last 3 weeks. I refuse to pick calls because the question that is on my table is KNOTTY, is naughty. It's not a question we should gloss over or take for granted or just not talk about it. I'm sure you remember. Let me read the question again. Good afternoon, Ma. God bless you for always helping us to say things that we can't say about on your posts. I'm engaged to a young minister. He is a papa of our fellowship. Everyone respects him so much, and by extension, they now respect me too. Ever since we made our public announcement, it's been a little over a year now, and we are already looking at January next year for our marriage. His rules are too many. I must not practice as nurse after we marry, Ma. I just finished nursing school this year. My parents invested so much in my education. He said on our wedding night, if he didn't see blood, he will curse me. Ma, I'm a virgin. I've never had a boyfriend, talk less of sex. He's my first, he said. I must call him Lord at home and in public. Hey. He said, I must raise our children well because he doesn't want children of Eli. Too many that I can't even say. I'm very afraid of him, but I pretend all is well. I love him because he treats me well, except all this I said earlier and some other ones. He has helped me to study the word of God more, but I'm very afraid. Any small offense like this, I will beg him for weeks and he won't accept until he gives me 3 days fasting to seek his face for forgiveness too. Please, Ma, what should I do? Leaving him is not an option because he said we are ordained to marry from above. If I leave him, I will not marry my exact bone of my bone. Please, Ma, help me. What should I do? I've answered some of these questions last week. I've talked about dropping your vision, dropping your dreams, living your purpose for a man who will make you miserable for the rest of your life. Upper week, I talked about personality disorder. Obviously, this man has personality disorder. Personality disorder in the order of narcissist, sociopath, psychopath is in the class of a mental illness, an addiction too. If you don't marry right, everything about your life will be wrong. Let me throw this to everyone listening to me today. If you want quick understanding and relief of marital casualty, when you are going through a little fight in your courtship and it's consistent and things are not just resolving itself, just opt out for personality assessment tests. Or let me put it this way, compatibility assessment test. Just find out if you are compatible. It's so simple. Scientifically, it will be proven. It is black and white. You will see it if he has a personality disorder or you do compatibility assessment test. Just check out if you are compatible. It's not rocket science. It is science. It's not a confusing thing. You will see it in a book like this. And you can't lie when you are filling those questionnaires. So it's clear, made known, and solid. Listen to me carefully. Compatibility assessment test will save you of lifetime pain, lifetime shame, lifetime embarrassment. So I'm saying it, and I'm saying my own. This man that is giving these rules and is showing this color, this is like going on a suicide mission, because ask women around you that married men like this, that set rules, does and don't do this, don't talk to your mother, don't talk to your father, don't go home, your parents are not good, they don't love you, isolating you. Ask them. They are crying at the labor ward, they are crying after they've had all their children. So don't destroy your future because of emotions. Emotion we frizzle out when the reality sets in. This morning, one woman cried and she lost her mind. This is a woman that have spent 28 years of her life with a man, and the man found himself inside one chance of a woman. He called the wife at home. He said, "Wah, this man is our husband. Don't say my husband again." What else? Trouble. She's lost her mind. If she's not careful, she will start psychiatric drugs. And listen to me, there's no woman, there's no man that are passing through anything in their marriages today and never saw it coming. They use love to cover it. Like these people, they use spirituality to cover it. That's what they did. And now they're on their own. OYO. Let me continue. I've said a lot. If you miss the episodes, it's on my YouTube channel, Funke Adetuberu, or my Instagram handle, Funke Adetuberu. Follow me, like, share, and subscribe, and listen to that 2 weeks episode. Is this the same person? No, the same question. He has taken 3 weeks from me. Maybe I will still continue next week. If I don't finish it now, I will continue. But I'm not going to rush it. And I'm not going to pick calls. If you are a man, you are hearing me, from 18 and above, the Men's School of Ministry is resuming on the 21st of October 2023. We are dealing with issues. It's an opportunity for you to be the best driver as a man, best pilot as a man, best captain as a man, best father, best husband, great leader. That's what the Men College of Ministry would do for you. It's a leadership training for men. A man is a leader. I've never seen a madman successful. Abiola said to his blessed memory, he said, when you want to check whether a fish is good, check the head. A man is the head. Join me as we resume. It's just for 6 weeks. Saturdays only, 12 to 3 p.m. Guess what? Congratulations. Distance is not a barrier. You can join me from any part of the world. We have a well-structured, standard Zoom classes as we have it physical classes. So you have the privilege to choose your own and make your own decision to attend. It will change your orientation, change your perspective, help you to be a better person. Don't say, it's late. It's not late until you are late. It is not late until you are late. Great men seek knowledge. Great men want information. Somebody was looking at the handout. If you see your handout, it's so big. Too many information are in that handout. And you are going to go home with it and take all you can all you take. Sit on the can to open the can when you can. It's a privilege to sit at the feet of this wisdom of the men training school. You know what I observed? The last one we had, men gave me an award for that time I spent with them. It is just amazing. Let me go back to this person's question. I will continue where I stopped. He said on our wedding night, if he didn't see blood, he will curse me. Ma, I'm a virgin. I've never had a boyfriend, talk less of sex. He is my first. Let's break this down. Meaning that this person that calls himself Papa in the fellowship, man of God, can curse. I don't know the kind of Bible he's reading, no. But my Bible told me that anybody that cannot control his tongue is like a city without a wall. If cursing is your next action because you are not meeting your wife as a virgin, so what will happen if somebody come and lie against her? You will believe. And to show how ignorant and how naive this brother is, a woman may not have hymen and still be a virgin. It has been proven, medically speaking, that some women don't have hymen that is thick the way you are expecting it. Some of them might have lost it to overplay or being playful, let me put it that way, or jumping here and there or acting like a tomboy. And who knows how this woman grew up. Or the hymen is thin. Ordinary hymen. Can you now imagine if the person that, maybe this person is his first boyfriend, she said, but let's assume that maybe somebody has been eyeing her before she met the man of God, man of God, man of God. And the person just send a text and say, sister so, I still love you. And the man of God, the husband sees it. I'm sure that will be the end of that marriage. This man is damaged and he wants to damage others. Hurting people hurts people. That is what I would say. Analyzing this scenario, if on the wedding night, if he did not see blood, he will curse the woman. Child. Listen, ladies in the house. This is not a kind of a man you will marry. A man that is a proper head. We know that wedlock is padlock. The key is thrown to Atlantic Ocean. A life partner is a life one, whether good or bad. If a man that has never married a woman is giving this kind of an excuse to curse, reason to curse, then just know that you have not married a man, or you've never met a man. You've met a boy that has private parts. I don't want to mention it. He's a boy. He's a boy. It's just that he can pregnate a woman. Ladies, my mother will say, how many times did I call you? 3 times. Look before you limp. Don't listen to lies. Listen to the truth that is on the inside of you. The moment on your inside, you are having this sleeplessness, anxiety, fear, panic attack, apprehension, just know that it's a red flag. Just listen to that halogen light, that pearl that is ringing in your soul about any relationship, I am begging you in the name of the Almighty God, the God of today, even if you are listening to me for the first time, this first time today, I'm pleading, don't go ahead. Don't marry such a man. Insist on premarital counseling. These people will never go to you or go with you for counseling. You know why? They are papa. They are papa in the fellowship. They are daddies. And such men don't need counsel. I'm quoting it. They know everything and they are never wrong. If you have been listening to me, you would have heard me talk about a narcissist before. They are never wrong. Oh. Nothing is wrong with them. They don't make mistakes. They are excellent. They are perfect. This is their kind. For the fact that as a lady, you have opened your heart to a man, you are the only woman in his life. He cannot trust you that what you told him, you've never had a boyfriend before, you were never in a relationship before, and he did not believe you. He did not believe you. See the way I'm clapping. It's a bad sign for you. Meaning that this guy have trust issue. And I've told you before, if you are from a dysfunctional home, don't talk, don't trust, and don't feel. Don't talk, don't trust, and don't feel. You have trust issues. This guy, you will cry, you will wail. He will not believe you. He will not believe you. Another thing the man said is, I must be called Lord. Oluwa mi, my Lord. Both at home and in public. Hey. This is one chance. Let me explain why he's acting like this. Please follow me on Instagram. My handle is Funke Adetuberu. I've done a lot of video teachings on some of these personality issues. This guy, if the girl is going to be sincere, the boy is from a dysfunctional home. And one thing that is normal or synonymous to children raised from a dysfunctional home is don't talk, don't trust, and don't feel. And they have serious low self-esteem. For a man to be demanding honor, you don't demand honor, you command it. The moment you are saying, call me Lord, call me mama, call me daddy, call me mommy, call me auntie, call me pastor's wife, call me, is a sign that you don't know who you are. Nobody demands honor. There are things you do. There's a way you package yourself. There's a way you appear. There's a way you talk. There's a way you react that people naturally respect you without prejudice, without biases. But for you to tell you, because 1 + 1 is 1, they are one, husband and wife are one. You are telling you to be worshiping you, to be calling you Lord in public and in private. This is scary. This is scary. This is to be feared. There's a lot of things that I'm reading in this text. In this phrase, you must call me Lord, at home and in public. You know what it's trying to do? It's trying to subject, put this woman in a place that if this man, this brother, this minister, this papa brings a woman to their matrimonial bed, she will not talk. This is my job. I said next year to be 40 years in this kind of ministry, talking about relationship. 40 years. What is here is clear. He wants to put this woman in a box. Don't forget, she must not practice nursing. She must call him Lord, both in public and in private. What is he saying? He's saying that you should never have mouth. This girl, as she's told not to use her certificate to work, if you want to buy sanitary towel, you will kneel down for your Lord to give you money. He's not going to give you money to spend, though. For the fact that you are not, oh God, have you, I wish I could actually allow people to call in. You'll be hearing their practical testimonies. When I have time for people to call in on the program, on Straight Talk, I will still read this thing for people to now make comment. That day will be response day on this particular topic. I'm not even going to say anything. You will now be hearing people with their experiences, their testimonies of this kind of pain, embarrassment, making a wrong decision, marrying the Lord. Even Jesus said the greatest you serve. He gave us example by washing the feet of his disciples. Peter said, don't wash my feet. He said, if you don't want me to serve you, then you are not my own. Meaning that we are servant leaders. Not to talk of your wife. Who helps his wife to clean the house, bath the children, bathe them, take them to school, pay the bills? Just say, my dear, just be enjoying life. Be ready for me. All I want for you is peace and rest and love and care. Who says that? Hey, this man, if you see any sign in anybody you are relating with, and you are hearing the sound of my voice as I'm talking, just send me a text, WhatsApp, or voice note to 080-232-42389 and say, I am in trouble. At Yemi, I will understand. The reason why I'm saying this is, go and see so many women in a mental home because they are married to people like this. Please, let me balance this. It's because it's a sister that sent this text to. Men have married women like this, so I think I have to make that clear. Because I'm sure some men will be saying, hey, is it our fault? Is she prejudiced because she's a woman? No. You know how many men have cried profusely on my shoulders because they marry women like this, who will say, honor me, respect me. The story continues. Listen to me. This man that said, call me Lord, in public and in private, has serious low self-esteem. Can I digress here? Is it a digression or a continuation? Let me talk to ladies. This man, if you marry him, he will also destroy your children. There are adult children raised by emotionally immature parents. Please go back to my Instagram. I've done a lot of teachings on this. It will help you to navigate and understand what I'm talking about here. Don't allow your life. Do you know that you have just one life to live? You will now be nurturing your children, going into drugs, going into prostitution, going into gambling, going into cultism, because you married a man that is described as a narcissist here. You know how many years would your life be on hold for a man like this? Imagine for how long will the life of your children be on hold because of a man like this? Listen to me. It's not every woman that survives this kind of storm. It's not every woman. Some will enter permanent depression. Some will enter permanent medical issues, cancer, ulcer, also even HIV. Because this man will sleep around and he will bring HIV to the family, and the woman will still be saying, Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord, thank you for bringing HIV to the house. God forbid. This is a father of your children. Even if you have cried and cried and cried in that marriage, your children will notice and perceive that you are in hell. Instead of your children to grow healthily, happily, they will start medicating their own pain too. Go and ask those children in various cults, in different fraternities. They will tell you that daddy and mommy are not happy, especially their mother. And it is obvious that where two elephants fight, grass suffers. You are going to live your life being miserable, living with a man that wants you to call him Lord, even in private and in public. It will not end there. It will transcend to your children. And those children will pass the baton to their children. And their children will pass the baton to their children's children. It means that this decision, this terrible relationship you want to set yourself up to get into will be a lifetime battle. You will battle it to your grave. Your children will continue. Your children's children will continue. A woman is a generation. You are relating with a man who is a narcissist. You always feel on edge around him. You walk on eggshell. You dread coming home. She said it. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. She said fear, fear, fear multiple times. When you call him Lord at home and in public, it means that you are not going to be free. You are walking on eggshell. You make a comment, or you made a comment, natural, free. You can't be free around him. Oh. If you say something that crushes his ego, your head will almost come down when you get to the house. Yoruba analysis. You will almost lose your mind. You will continue to feel on edge around him. You will continue to walk on eggshell around him. You will dread making a mistake. This man does not love you. He does not love you. And he's playing some games here. Playing some terrible games here. He's setting you up to live in fear, in dread. You must raise your children well because he doesn't want children of Eli. Please, girls in the house, ladies and gentlemen, it takes two to raise children. A bird does not fly with one hand. So nobody should put you under the pressure of if your children are not good, it's your fault. It's your fault. Our kids is our fault. The right hand will wash the left hand and the hands will be clean. That's how to raise children. You must raise our children. You should have said her children, not our children. Because he doesn't want children of Eli. Who told you? Most children you see out there have written 64 books. One of them is Love Note to Fathers. Every child that is on drugs, sleeping around, having to struggle with a lot of vices, their children raised by their father figure not being there. Every pain of addiction is traceable to father's wound. One of the things we do in the school of ministry is to heal emotional wounds. And I'm using this time to congratulate every man They'll be registering for the Men College of Ministry, where we're resuming on the 21st of October 2023. The number to text, you need to come and heal from your emotional struggle. Text this number, WhatsApp this number. Distance is not a barrier. We have Zoom classes as clean as you are in the physical class. It's 090 20 10 10 80. 090 20 10 10 80. That is the number to text, to WhatsApp, or to voice note to attend the Men's School of Ministry. This man in question is an accident that is about to happen. You must not be a woman who will be in a relationship. You still want them to like you. I still love him. He loves me. You see, that's what she's saying. I can't leave him. I'm coming to that bone of bone. I won't finish it today. It will continue next week. I'm sure you are enjoying it. Please, if you enjoyed this episode, or you have a comment, or you want to share your experience, because I'm not taking calls today, send me a text to 080 232 42389. 080 232 42389. That is the number you should text. Ask your questions, confirm some of your experiences here. And if you want me to answer your question on the program, of course, it's anonymous. Like this person now, you don't know who the person is, but her question is breathing life. There is life in that question. And let me say this. If she continues to live in the lies that the man has told her, and she chose to marry the man, she's going to live a life of trauma. I've seen women that have ended up having cancer, permanent terminal diseases, because of the kind of men and women they are married to. Please, can we just be careful of thinking it's only men that have this personality disorder? We have women that are worse than what we have just read. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself. This man is hurting. I can't blame him. But you can't say that somebody made a mistake for putting poison in your child's food and you let your child drink that meal or food. You will yank it off the maid. Even though there's a mistake, he's not sure, he's confused. Hurting people hurts people. This person is hurting deeply. His father must have messed him up. They must have made him a narcissist growing up. But the baton continues. You continue to pass the baton down to your children's children. If somebody will not say, stop it, I'm not going to get involved. One thing you notice about this guy, with all these laws, he will gaslight you. He will abuse you in a way that you will not believe yourself again. I'm sure you have been in a situation where which you are doubting your reality. You are doubting yourself. It's like you have a memory loss. You are wondering, what's this? Is it me? Are you sure? It must be my fault that my husband is acting out. Oh, he slapped me. It's my fault. Me too, I was rude. He's carrying women. He's sleeping around. It's me. I will start bleaching. I will start losing weight. I will start doing whatever I don't want to do before. Because I want to please a man that will never appreciate your effort. Bleach your skin to cancer. He will not appreciate it. Use your head to break coconut and cook coconut rice for him. He will not appreciate it. Pay the bills. Pay for the kids. Send him abroad. Sponsor his ministry. Forget it. He's not going to appreciate it. Can you just excuse yourself from that relationship? You can do heart transplant. You cannot do head transplant. This man is your head. is your driver, is your pilot, is the one that will provoke you and make you to react to provocation and tell the world, she's not submissive, she's stubborn, she's that goes back. You will just be hearing names that your father did not name you. And you are wondering, where is this thing coming from? In the public, you worship him, you kneel down to give him food, give him water, you do everything. You search your heart and say, I've not wronged this man, I've not done anything wrong. But yet, to him, you are the worst woman ever. To him, you are not a good woman. Instead of entering that one chance and cry for the rest of your days on earth, please don't marry him. See what I'm saying here? Too many that I can't even say. I'm very afraid of him, but I pretend all is well. Stop pretending. Stop faking it. In the content of relationship, there is no fake it till you make it oh. Because some people have listened to some funny motivational talk. They are now adding it to marriage. Marriage is not like that oh. You don't fake it to make it in marriage oh. Nothing is made oh when you are faking oh. I hope I'm making some sense to some people here today. If you are hearing me, I will expect text messages from you, WhatsApp, voice note. Please, you can't fake it till you make it in marriage. Anything you cover will decay. It's a matter of time. It's going to blow on your face. You can't cover it for long. It's a matter of time. It's not treating you well. Let me be practical a little bit before I close today. Maybe you have a goat in the house, you have a ram, you have some chicken that you are breeding. Do you really love them? The love you have for them is for the Christmas that is coming. The love you have for your ram is for a festival that is coming. You don't love those things. Their love is for eating. The kind of love that this man is saying, I love him because he treats me well and he tells me that he loves me. He's rearing you to destroy you. See the love that the man is showing, that this woman, this dysfunctional lady, asked this girl too, she's from a dysfunctional home. That was why she was attracted to a man like this. She said, I love him because he treats me well, except on all these things I said earlier and some other ones. I'm sure she didn't want to say some other ones that is embarrassing. There's nothing more embarrassing than this. He helped me to study the word more, but I'm very afraid at a small offense like this. Let me pause here. We are rounding up small. Let me break it down. He helped me to study the word more, but I'm very afraid. There's no fear in love. Perfect love cast away fears. He's helping you to read the Bible more for his own selfish reasons. There's no love in this. It's selfishness. He just wanted to prepare you as you are preparing Christmas chicken, as you are preparing your goat for festival. He's rearing you to destroy you. When I say destroy, I'm not saying that you will die physically or will destroy you physically. Emotional wounds does not have X-ray. He will make sure that you are no longer a human being. Check the beginning of that conversation. He told you that you will not use your certificate to work as a nurse. Can you see low self-esteem? Can you see insecurity? Can you see trust issues? This relationship is extremely toxic. It's dangerous. It will end you probably, depending on your strength, stamina, and your support system. It can end you in a mental home or give you a terminal disease. And that is not good for you. You don't even wish it for yourself. Because if you have children for this man, it's lifetime trouble. You know, I've said trouble here today over, I don't know how many times, but it can't be less than 10 times. I've said suicide mission multiple times in this episode. That tells you something. It is not something you should take for granted. If I use my mouth to give you meat and bite it and give you, don't eat it. My mouth may be smelling. But if I use my mouth to talk, especially in this area that I'm privileged to be an institution, just do yourself a favor. Listen. If there are some things he said here that I'm going to talk about, but not today because time is not on my side. Any small offense, you will beg for weeks and he will not accept. Let me ask you a very simple question. Lady, madam lover, lover girl, how often do we offend God in a day? Maybe if you are a deep Christian, maybe twice a day. I don't know. I'm not God that judges actions. How many times did he say we should forgive? 70 times, 70 times. The man you have not been married to, the man that have not paid your bride price, you now beg him for weeks. He will not accept though. He will now give you 3 days fasting and prayers. So if you are pregnant and you are feeling irritable because of pregnancy, or you have morning sickness and you offend him by saying, I don't feel like having sex today, I don't want you to touch me, you are going on a 3 days fasting and prayers for forgiveness from him. Is it forgiveness from God? Okay, you are not I'm being sarcastic. You have not offended God now. It's him that you will fast and pray for 3 days for him to forgive you. Child, there is God. Oh. My sister, block him. Block him. Leave that fellowship and run away. Change location. Run for your dear life. Run, oh! Run. Run. This is God loving you so much, not wanting you to enter trouble. He loves you so much. God, if you say, I'm emotionally, not a problem. But what is happening is God is hurting your feelings to secure your future. This is a security for your future. As a matter of fact, for you to have, let me round off with this. I'll continue next week. For the fact that you had this kind of encounter, relationship with this man, this kind of a man, you are traumatized too. Another person, if you don't heal from your trauma, another person that will marry you and love you genuinely, that will not give you all these laws, you will show that man pepper because you are traumatized. Trauma is real. The moment any other genuine, wonderful child of God, Christian, wants your hand in marriage, after you have dumped this man, because you must drop him, you still need to heal from the wound that this man has inflicted in your soul through this naughty attitude, wicked act, ungodly act, the snare of a narcissist. If God brings you out and you are out of that snare, sincerely, you can't go into another relationship without being healed. Hear me, everyone. If you have been in one abusive relationship or the other, and you are finding it difficult to just move on, you can't move on. You find yourself stuck in that place. You can't love again. You can't care again. You see every man, every woman. Please, we are using this as an example because it's a woman or a lady that asked this question. This is the abuse, is not gender biased. Men go through this, women go through this. If you find yourself in this kind of thing, you need to heal before you move on to your life. Or else, the pain, the verbal abuse, these things that this guy has said to you and has done to you will be filtering into other relationship. It will filter to your new life if you are not healed. So I want to encourage you to choose life against death. Choose it this day. Don't die. Choose life. The Men College of Ministry resumes on the 21st of October 2023. Powerful. If you are interested in joining me as we go through dynamic moments as a head, as a pilot, as a captain, as a driver, as a leader of life. A man is a leader of life. You can't afford to do it anyhow. Age is 18 and above. By the law, 18 is matured to learn and see life in another light. Distance is not a barrier. Any part of the world you find yourself in, you can always enjoy the bliss of wisdom through the Men's School of Ministry. It's only on Saturdays, just for 6 weeks, 12 noon to 3 p.m. 3 hours of depth, insight, revelation, and knowledge. Honestly, you'll be glad you did. The number to text you are interested in the School of Ministry for men is 090 2010 1080. 090 2010 1080. That is the number to make an inquiry for the Men's School of Ministry. I know you have had so much today. You have a lot of questions that is bothering you. You want to do therapy, counseling, premarital counseling. You don't know what to do. You don't know if you should continue or you should back out. You are confused in any way. You are allowed to text me. I don't pick calls because of the workload, but you can text me, WhatsApp, voice note to 080 232 42389. On behalf of Dr. Nkajwela Ifele, the father of Blast FM, Fresh FM, Tiwantiwa, I appreciate you for listening to Straight Talk with Olufunke on Blast FM 98.3. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you dearly. I'll see you next week.